that, Benji?
Yeah, I can.
We got music.
Yeah, we do. It's on the left.
Yeah, it's on my left too.
Okay.
I wonder if it's on the left for the whole thing. I don't know. I have no idea.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out
Finally,
the box.
we got
I just
music.
hit a lick with the box.
I don't think we're big enough to have like a copyright issue, so it should be
I mean,
okay.
you
Right?
gotta play it. I think 30 seconds. I think it's like a limit of how many seconds you can play.
Okay, well that was 30 seconds. So
Okay, yeah. Turn it off.
yeah. Before we even get into this topic, because I just thought about this like earlier today, and it kind of relates a little bit since he's probably about to drop an album. But 8 times platinum, Roddy Ricch, The Box.
Yeah. The song or the album?
The song.
Oh yeah.
The song.
I mean, the song was pretty. At the time, it was just like.
When this
Boom.
song goes diamond, because it'll probably go diamond, if not this year, next year. Will this be the most authentic diamond song ever? Like that to
Ever
that magnitude?
or of
like the
recent
most
times?
like ever? Like the
I don't
most
know about ever.
authentic? Like
I
from
don't know about ever. Outkast
Okay.
definitely has a diamond song.
what's their diamond?
Who?
Outkast.
What's their diamond
I forgot
song?
which one it is, but they definitely have one. I know it's just one.
I mean, Michael Jackson has.
Well, no, yeah. Well,
diamond
I'm
songs.
thinking
Yeah,
of hip hop.
but when I say authentic, I mean not at all crafted any differently than how. It's hard to kind of describe it. Like I just feel that this Roddy Ricch song, The Box, it just sounds like all of his like other songs. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a very
like it wasn't.
it wasn't commercial. I don't feel like
wasn't
it was commercial. I don't feel like it was constructed.
I know what you mean.
You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like it was made to be a diamond hit.
It wasn't
I
made
feel
to
like
be
it happened.
It wasn't made to be a hit. He just made some shit and
That's
it just.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I
Gotcha.
feel like most authentic.
I don't want to go down this road yet, but I was gonna say. So, are you saying Old Town Road wasn't like some made up shit?
I feel like it was authentic in a way, but at the same time, I definitely think it was made to kind of push a boundary,
Maybe.
like to go somewhere else with it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Roddy Ricch made this song to go somewhere else with it. I feel like he made this song because
It just blew.
it fit along the lines of his like sound of what he
Yeah.
does and everything. Like that's what I feel like. That's why I think it's different.
I
That's
can
why
agree
I
to
think that it might be more authentic than other Diamond songs. And I'm just talking about Diamond.
I mean, it's one of my
songs.
favorite for sure.
Like just talking about Diamond songs,
Personally.
not like platinum songs,
Yeah.
any of that. Like just Diamond songs. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. I think it might be the most like authentic. When I think about all the songs that I know that went diamond, I think it might be that song that was just like, oh shit, this just like popped just like that.
That's definitely like I feel like it kind of is like a vague debate, but I understand. It's like a little.
I feel like it's hard because
Yeah.
authentic is kind of a generic word.
Yeah.
But y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
It just popped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, let me introduce the episode. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mars, your host. Today we got Benji back with us. We got Luke here. He was gone for our first episode. Had better things to do, obviously. Nah, he was out on business. How was New York?
New York was cool. A little closed like normal, but it was cool. Cold, food was good. Can't complain.
Cold as shit. I feel it. How's your week been, Benji?
My overall week. Same old.
Your partial week.
Same old. Dealing with like capping ass rappers,
Capping ass rappers.
flaking ass rappers, flaking ass artists, telling me they want to shoot, then they don't want to shoot.
You trying to drop some names?
They're not relevant. There's no point. Just saying their name might make them more relevant. There's no point.
On this podcast? Crazy. So let's get into our topic for today. And the Roddy Ricch thing kind of ties into it since people are expecting him to drop another album. But basically this topic today, I wanted to kind of talk about basically anticipation and anticipating an album that's coming out. And how you kind of deal with the anticipation part of it, and then when the album actually comes out,
Gotcha.
and comparing how something can sometimes get like overhyped, and then when it actually drops, you're kind of disappointed in it, versus when an album is hyped up and then it lives up to that hype. And I'm kind of thinking about like those albums that people beg for, people been wanting for forever, and they ask and ask and ask, and then when they get it, it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed the journey of it more than the actual finished product,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm think one of the first ones that come to mind that people are always like killing Rihanna about is her next album
Yeah.
that we've been waiting for 5 years for, you know?
Yeah.
And at this point, when that album drops, is it gonna be that shit that we've been begging for forever, or is it just gonna be like, okay, this is just like another album that's just gonna fit back in with everything she's already done?
Personally, I think it's gonna deliver, but that's just me. She's never been like somebody that drops consistently, like all the time, like back to back, like 2 years apart, nothing like that. So I personally feel this is just her formula. This is how she makes her music. Now, if it lasts another 2 years, then okay, like, all right, you tripping. Like, you just being mean now. Like, you just being rude to your fans. But personally, I don't think it's nothing, like, too extreme from her, like, regular formula of making music and her regular timing. And nowadays, timing is everything. So I feel like when she drops, everybody's going to pay attention. You know, her core audience, of course, is going to vouch for her to the fullest. But to me, yeah, I think it's gonna be well received. And will it like maybe change music or like add like a different dynamic? Who knows? Nowadays, music can be so, like you said, generic. It can just be like a quick way to make it. It'll have some bangers, but to like really evolutionize music again, I don't know.
I just feel like hype can sometimes psych an artist out,
Yeah.
and then when it comes to them actually like dropping that product, they kind of drop the ball because they feel like they've been building up so crazy just like over the years by making people wait that they have to drop like the best thing that they ever dropped ever because of that wait. And I feel like that's also to the fans, you know, forcing, and fans want an album every year. Let's just say that. I don't feel like fans ever, not even every year. I feel that fans, once you drop that album, once they listen to it and they've got all they want out of it, that could be 2 months, 3 months. I feel like a lot of people are just like, okay, where's the next thing?
In this generation,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
agree.
that's detrimental to artists.
Yeah.
And I feel like that makes it hard for them to make music authentically.
Yeah.
And also to, you know, put out the best product that they would naturally if they weren't being pressured by fans and other parties and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of popcorn music, like, that's important nowadays, or to the forefront. I feel like it's like put it in the microwave, cook it up. All right, bam, you eat it. You're happy. You're content. All right, let's get the other one. Like, you know, nothing really like stands out or like lasts. Yeah.
Can y'all think of any albums that let y'all down, that you waited like a long time for? You finally heard it, and then it was just like, damn, this wasn't what I expected. This wasn't what I really wanted. When I think about it, I think of, even though I still liked the album, I think of the album after Life of Pablo.
Oh, Yay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Like, I still like that album. Like, I really do like that album. But when I thought about what he was supposed to do and kind of like all the leaks and things that was going on around that time, it was just like, okay, this isn't exactly what I wanted.
The weird thing about that album, the way I feel about it, is almost like after The Life of Pablo, everybody was like, oh yeah, I'm anticipating like the next Ye album. But then the moment you started finding out that Ye is like on some other shit, like he's going to Wyoming and doing this and that, it's like, I don't know about this one. And then it's like, to me,
See,
slowly
for
I
me-
started caring less.
See, for me,
So when the album dropped, I was like,
with the whole Wyoming thing, I was a little bit more excited because of that. Because I was just like, okay, he's going out here. Because I think about when he went to, what was it, Hawaii? To do My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That's different, bro.
No, but it's the same kind of concept.
Yeah,
he
it
went
is.
somewhere, locked in to do an album, and we got that. So now I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to get that again, just in a different,
But
you know,
he went
just
to
from a different
Wyoming
place.
for like other focuses too. It wasn't just for music.
And I think that's why I think Ye is one of the best projects from him, because I feel like personally it was, I think Charlemagne or whoever talk person said this, that like Kanye's theatrics of his albums outdo themselves every year or every time he drops. You feel me? Saying Pablo was a what's the name? I don't know the name.
Yeah.
Y'all make the name. Do what y'all want, and I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna deliver. I feel like Ye, the name tells you like it's him. Like what was going on right then and there, and that's why I personally like it more to this day. And I feel like it was one of those albums which St. Pablo was hinting at. Just strip back, just strip it back, and here's me kind of singing, kind of not. Doesn't even sound too well, kind of rough, like kind of that Paul McCartney era that he was kind of going through. I feel like came through on that album. So I don't know. I haven't.
So you were expecting Ye to be what it was?
Yeah. So I just feel like that's been Kanye for the past 3 projects. Honestly, you can roughly guess what his music is gonna sound like before it comes out, depending on what's going on. And so that's why I on this topic alone, I don't really have too many albums where I've in a long time where I've been like, oh my freaking god, I can't wait. Like this might let me down. I mean, the last album I cared about was Igor, and it didn't let me down. It beat my expectations. So I don't know. With Kanye, I think he's past that era now for me at least, where it's like, is he gonna top himself? Is this gonna sound amazing?
Yeah.
It's more like
I'm over that
what
too.
is he gonna bring to the forefront that we just didn't know, kinda?
Yeah.
What is he gonna mix up with his sound? I feel like I've been saying that for a while. I feel like Tyler the Creator now is that person where I listen to expecting something completely different. That's just me though.
It depends. Like you said, if his theatrics make me be like, okay, what's this man on?
Yeah.
Like, yo, if he's going back to like
So
rapping about
like, hear me. If Kanye drops a preview of the studio of him and Lil Baby, everyone cares now. That's it. That's all.
or
it takes.
if he's
That's
cussing
true.
again,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna
that-
be
that-
like,
exactly.
Oh, yeah, if he
You
starts cussing
cussing
again,
again.
if he starts cussing again,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
it.
that's all it would
That's
take,
all I
because
need.
we're all like, okay, cool. We
Yeah.
know where he's going now. You
Yeah.
feel me? So that's how I look at Kanye. Like, he
Yeah.
uses social media to that degree, and I think it's brilliant in some ways, but at the same time, you kind of like, I know where this is going, and I'm okay. Some people could
That's how I
pass
felt.
before they even heard it. You feel
yeah,
me?
that's how I felt. That's why Ye to me didn't let me down, because I didn't have like, and it's not that I'm like not thinking Ye is not still great. I'm just
Yeah.
my expectations. I'm just like, yo, you give me plenty.
Yeah.
I'm talking about plenty.
So would
of
y'all say?
masterpieces? I'm okay.
Yeah.
Would y'all say that compared to, I guess, like normal fans, that you don't really feel that you have very much expectations from the albums that your favorite artists drop?
Yeah.
You just kind of want to go into it with an open mind, essentially.
I feel like kind of what piggybacking off what Benji was saying earlier. I don't think artists, like our favorite artists, drop too much music, but there's so many people in the middle that fills the gaps of music. Like, for some reason, I don't know if anyone on this podcast can understand how NBA YoungBoy does the numbers he does, but he drops so goddamn much.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I don't
and don't
get it.
and don't get me wrong, there's probably great NBA YoungBoy songs or parts
his
of songs
demographic.
for his demographic. You feel me? And there's other people that like him that listen to him in the filler of their other musicians. You
Yeah.
feel me? I feel like that slowly became a lane where people just drop, and not only are they keeping relevant, but it's like, well, we know they're gonna drop again in a couple months, so let's just double back on this later. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it all really just depends on kind of like what you were kind of saying, who you look at as your favorite artist, and that kind of breaks down what your expectations are and who's your fillers and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, when I think about, I still kind of get expectations from album just because, especially like in this day and age, there's so many leaks and
Yeah.
things that go on, and you hear so much music from that's not really like from that artist, but you hear so much of what they've been working on, and you get kind of like an inside look at what they at least were doing at a point in time, and you look at that. At least I look at that, and I'm just like, oh wow, I want that. I want these songs that, you know, this artist was working on, and then you don't get them, and it's just like, shit,
Yeah.
you know, like
mean-
I don't know how many did you hear the SZA leak? The SZA, like her whole,
No,
it was like an album leak type of thing where she had this version of
I
Come
heard
and See
about it.
Me.
I didn't hear it. I
she
know
had this
something like
version of Come and See Me
Yeah.
that was like from, you know, the Party Next Door song.
yeah.
It was her, and I think Kendrick was on that song too,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like crazy, like a banger. Like
Wait,
a
was
crazy
this
banger.
new or old?
It had new songs on it, and it had some shit like that was like over.
I'm saying, when did it come out?
Last year I think is when I got that. When I got that leak.
Like early last year?
Mid last year.
Cause I just remember like there was like a TDE leak and it was like a whole bunch of references.
That was that, and that was Good Days. Or the song she recently dropped
Yeah,
leaked like a year ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess it was part of that leak then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like what you're saying about leaks is kind of what people hate, and that's why artists, I mean, seemingly hates it too, because it kind of gives you that perception. I feel like even using SZA for example, I think she makes a lot of experimental, playing around TDE music. For once, and all those leaks that Kendrick was on was never coming out. So let's just start there. So that was a dub regardless. But
yeah, they had like a whole like album together where there was just SZA and Kendrick, and that shit was sounding wild.
I don't know. I mean, I think when it comes to looking forward to an album, it depends how much you care about the artist, clearly. And I haven't cared about a new act in a while. I don't really care for Roddy Ricch's next album because I didn't care about the first one to begin with. I like him.
Yeah.
So I went into it with open ears.
Yeah.
And I feel like, to your point, and maybe this is like the argument in the discussion, is that like now that there is somewhat of expectations, will we be disappointed? But to me, I was never disappointed to begin with. And I don't think no one can be disappointed by the next Roddy Ricch album because, to your point again, the box just blew up. The album didn't blow up. So how can you be disappointed?
I mean, that's true. But I think that a lot of people would look at. I feel like we are people who kind of understand music a little bit in a different way. Because I feel like in general, fans are going to look at that big song and expect you to drop an album full of those big songs.
Yeah.
Or an album full of songs that they can like that. Maybe not as big, but I feel like they kind of expect to like the songs like that.
I had an argument with someone about Roddy Ricch. And I would agree with you if Roddy Ricch was more public, more pop, more everything. I just don't think he's done enough post the project to be like, this is where he's at. I want him to do that. But when I had the argument, people, every time I bring up Roddy, they're like, the dude that made the box. He hasn't done nothing to like solidify his face and his name. And his name, the album tells it all. Like, so that it makes sense. But I'm saying I don't think he's put himself in that box essentially yet. Well, no pun intended. But I don't feel like he's put himself in there yet because I think I agree. I mean, I clearly agree with you. You can use Boat in like 2016. I think Boat put himself in that area when it came from One Night.
Boat being Lil Yachty, we don't know him that personally.
Yeah, I think One Night was good. It was a great song. And then you went from that to KID. Then
I see this thing making that face over there.
I don't care what you say. I mean, if you think about it, it's what everyone's doing now, trying to make some type of a sing along bop to TikTok. Am I wrong?
That's true.
You need One Night, bro. Like, what is good with this thing? Anyways, you should honestly play the song. But anywho,
I'll get it queued up. I'll get it.
Like, okay, so One Night was a good song. Then you had the follow up with Dram, right? And then it was Super Duper Kyle, correct? I'm not sure if that correct order, but to me, when you start doing stuff like that, it was
Broccoli first.
Yeah, so then when you start doing stuff like that, you're like, okay, now Boat, you have to make hits to keep relevant. That's what people seen it as. But to me, if you're like keeping up with SoundCloud, keeping up with his music, he was never that artist. Yeah. It just so happened to happen like that, where things kind of like roller coastered in the sense where it was like, okay, now the world deemed Boat as a hit maker, and those hits never came to that stature again. I don't think.
So maybe this is a good thing that Roddy's not like.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's a good thing.
I completely agree. I feel like since. Are you playing the song?
I did play the song.
I feel like since he took this approach. Since he took this approach, it only helps his music. Like, there's no saying, because there was supposed to be a Drake song on that first project.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. So there was no saying.
There's supposed to be a Kendrick song on that project, too, from what I heard.
Oh, well, it was one or the other. I thought I was trying to find out if it was Drake or Kendrick.
He put like a poster or like a sign, and it said, like, feature. And then one of them said Kendrick, but then it never happened.
So,
who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you could say either or of those songs might have outdone the box. You feel me? So, I personally think Roddy's in a perfect realm. I think he's looked at as a true artist. And he hasn't been his name hasn't overlived itself essentially.
And he hasn't gone feature crazy since his album.
That's what I'm saying.
He hasn't
I don't feel like he's started himself out. He's gotten that success without having to do that.
Yeah. Because I argued with like other people on the discussion, like, where do you consider Roddy Ricch? Because I consider him an A-list celebrity, but there's plenty of arguments to reasons why he's not.
Yeah, because a lot of people still don't know who he is.
But to me, how is that possible when the song is Damn Near Diamond?
Yeah, because they know the song.
They know the song and they don't know him. That's my point. So I don't feel like you can be disappointed by anything he drops because you only cared for the box to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe people, I would think they would start to try to look into him,
Yeah.
you know, and then be like, okay, this is what we are looking at. This is what we're expecting. This is what we're trying to get from a Roddy Ricch. But I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to his next album, regardless of how.
Personally,
I don't
I'm
really
looking-
have expectations.
I'm looking
for
more
it
forward
exactly.
to his second album than his first. I'm not gonna say wasn't looking forward to his first album. I don't know, but when his first album dropped, I was just like, okay, I'm ready for this shit.
As soon as I heard the box, bro, it was in our battle.
It was the second song.
It was in New York, and I was like,
Yeah.
Mars, this is it. Like, I literally, we hopped in the car, I was like, bro, this is it.
As soon
like,
as Fat heard it, Fat
it was
sent
the
it to me.
EU.
Fat
Yeah.
sent it to me.
It was
Said that was the one.
that is the
You
most
could-
genius thing.
But you can call
anyone has
Molly, bro.
added.
We was in there like, really, Molly was like, the album's straight, bro. I don't know about it being there. I was like, no, bro, this song is it. Like, we
That's
kept playing
the
it in the
same
car. I was
thing.
like, bro, this song is it.
That's
Like,
the
that,
same thing,
that,
bro.
That
That's
song
crazy.
really is it. And just like to listen back to how he decided to just like throw that on there.
Yeah, it
like,
was the
I don't-
second song.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone anywhere had any idea that EU was really gonna change
yeah.
to make that song go as big as it did. You
And
know what I'm
that's-
saying?
Going back to your point earlier, authentic. Like he was just having like it wasn't even like, oh my god, we're gonna make this the hit on the album. It just kind of happened, and now it's like close to diamond.
Yeah, I mean,
As far as authentic,
I think there's a few songs that can fall under the authentic category, but yeah, that song's fire. The box was fire. So
hip hop speaking, it's fire.
What kind of Diamond songs? I mean, I don't know if you know like specifically songs.
I
that
don't.
went Diamond.
But to me, the reason why I'm saying that is I feel like there was never a true formula for Diamond other than going on the radio. Like, you have to make a radio song. I feel like that was a formula before. Now you don't have to do that. Now I think you might say TikTok, because TikTok counts as a play.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's why I was saying, like, and at that, I could be wrong when I say this, but I don't think Diamond was honestly made for rap. Like, if you go Diamond as a rap artist, that's fucking, it's great.
True enough.
Like that's a
E-
pop category situation to me.
Even though I think since rap and hip hop have become more of the popular music now, that
Yeah.
it should be, I guess, more expected or less of a surprise. But
it still
at the
is.
same time, you're right. It still is, because Roddy Ricch and Old Town Road, which is country,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
Those are that's it as far as from our genre.
And kind of what Benji was getting at a little bit earlier in the conversation, I think I could be the someone to make the argument that Old Town Road was also natural as well. Because, I mean, you can say, like, the memes may have not been natural, but the support to get it to Diamond, that was Twitter.
Yeah, the support. Okay, yeah, the support is natural. But I'm just thinking,
the people. Yeah,
when I think about Old Town Road, right?
yeah.
Listen to Old Town Road. This whole country rap direction. I don't feel like he's doing that anymore.
Probably not.
I mean, I think he does everything,
And
like every sound. But hold on, before you continue the argument, because I have a question for you. So, being authentic, does Lil Nas X even fit that category? Because he does whatever, like the pop music, the rap, the country, the this. So whatever pops. Does that still count?
I mean, it depends on what his motivations are. Like, and that's why I think I'm comparing Roddy to him, because I feel like Roddy's motivations were to just make the music that he's always made. And I feel like maybe Lil Nas X's motivations might be to make another hit. And that's the difference between authentic and not authentic to me.
To me,
you know.
I like that. I like that argument.
Why do you like that argument?
Because it's true. There's certain artists is like, damn, I made a hit. I
Old
need to
Town
make another
Road
one.
was his first song that he uploaded twice to SoundCloud. That was not supposed to be the biggest song it was. So to me,
just
again,
happened.
that's what I'm saying. Against that argument, I don't think Old Town Road doesn't fit the category. Like, I think it does, like, of authenticity, because he did it himself. It blew up. I think he made a shorter version, right? Like, there was like a long version, a short version, and whatever. I'm not sure when labels or whoever. That's kind of the argument there. That's what I thought you was going to take about when the labels came across to push it. But the song was done by him to begin with and put out. Labels said, oh, nah, this is gaining buzz. Let's kind of redo it and put it out again. And then from that forward, they just kept doing that. So I feel like, where does it like lose its authenticity? Because that wasn't his first song.
I'm not
but-
saying the song, but maybe sometimes the intentions of the artist can like begin to like. Oh,
What is your intentions when you just dropped the song? When you went from something to nothing in a matter of a couple of days, you don't say, okay,
Hey man, it's a
this,
different
you don't go
curse.
from dropping a song on SoundCloud, it blowing up to be okay. Now I want to go for Diamond. What the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. How can his intentions change like
It's
that?
a gift and a curse, man.
I mean, maybe with him it's a little different.
Okay,
but
thank you.
At the same time, it's just weird to me hearing that as like his first song, and then now I'm not really hearing anything like that. And I don't feel like he's doing too much of the. We had this talk before, like about how Lil Nas X, like his music now is kind of no disrespect to him, but it's kind of like getting mid after that big hit, and that kind of falls into the same conversation of like expectations and anticipating and whatever, like when you hear their music and what they're supposed to be doing next. You know what I mean?
I don't think his music is mid. I think he's just following the same recipe. And what I mean by that is like different genres, catchy songs. I'm gonna go to pop, I'm gonna go to rock, I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna go to that. It's not let me just make the music. You feel me? Excuse me.
I feel like the label's just milking this cows for as long as they can.
And that's the thing. Maybe I'm the only one on the podcast that actually like listens and reads and see what he says.
Oh shit.
He genuinely cares about this music. Like this is not someone that says.
I bet he does.
Like let me turn around and make pop, make rock. No, he look who his influences are.
I bet
like
he
you feel
does.
me? It's like I could see him doing this. And now even post whatever project he drops next, because his last project was okay. I think it's so well due to like a lot of promotional things, but. Overall, I don't see him changing himself from like doing this and changing and going to this genre of music. Because to me, I would agree with y'all about like being a label juice or someone juicing him if he turned around and just did straight pop. Because that's what I thought he was going to do. Like just straight like Taylor Swift, be my best friend, and then we got it. Like that's where I thought they were going to go with him. But I think he still has enough control over what he does. So it's like, nah, I'm working with Take a Day Trip. We're going to do what we want. 3 black kids in the studio, we can make whatever the hell we want. Keep in mind, Take a Day Trip used to make, you know what I mean, band type music and outside of hip hop type music. So I think it all still makes sense. I feel like I was the only one that knew that much about him, but yeah.
I mean, it makes sense within the story. Go ahead.
I
BG.
just feel like in his situation, you made such a great song. Yeah, to a degree, I'm sure he has like control of his music, but we know. I'm not even gonna say I know labels. We know labels, publicly and privately. They'll say whatever they want and milk you or not milk. They'll gas you up just to milk you.
Part of the picture, I feel like making him seem and look and appear to be that, you know, that personality where it's like, yeah, I'm just carefree black kid doing what I do. You know, that might fit into that same kind of image. You know, and what
Okay, at this
to,
point,
like,
then I could pull that same card with Roddy Ricch. I could pull the same exact thing I was saying. Like, it would be different. Like, okay, he's being secluded, so he doesn't have to live up to the expect. Like, I just feel like at that point, it can go either way. Like, the exact either
You know what's
way.
funny? Ironically, Roddy made an album saying he's antisocial.
Why is
Just
he
to like make just to like follow up by being antisocial.
Why is he now catching that after that?
No,
Like,
I'm just saying.
he already
like,
dropped that bar.
No, I
fam.
put that
He
forever.
already dropped that
what
bar.
I'm saying,
fam.
what I'm saying is like I don't know. He's pretty authentic to me. Like he's just a fucking guy.
I don't think it's fair. I don't even like pop music like that, but I'm not gonna go too hard on defending it. I don't think it's fair that isn't seen or deemed as authentic or any less than authentic. Hear me out. If Igor would have popped and went and did all these numbers and fit the mold of what white people call pop music, would that have not been authentic? I don't think it's fair that we're not deeming Lil Nas X and his music as not authentic. Just because it's different genres and bigger than just rap. I don't think that's fair at all. Because if Igor would have popped, I don't think we would have been saying this.
I mean,
to me, it's the follow up. It's
to
me, it's the
it's
follow
like
up. Ego
I'm looking
pop,
at it as
and
a
then the
full
next
kinda,
album
like,
he
thing.
did sounded just like that, or like fit the mold. Then okay, then I would be like, no, that's not authentic.
Bro,
That's different to me.
My thing is, I don't care anymore. Whatever. I just feel like we're comparing Lil Nas X to artists.
Roddy?
Yeah, to artists that want to stick to something. And that's why I threw
I wasn't
Tyler-
trying to.
That's why I
that
threw
was a
Tyler the
topic.
Creator into it. Like, these are artists that are just going to continue to do different things no matter what. And I don't know. I just feel like this is a weird comparison still, but I just feel like if I'm going to throw someone in, I'll throw someone in like that because Tyler the Creator, what do you expect from him next? And he didn't pop shit. Like, he should have, to me. He did good numbers, don't get me wrong. Especially, we know the Cardi feature, blah, 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 which overlooked the album to me. But anywho, like, the album was still great. And to me, if it was looked at in the same sense of Lil Nas X, I think it would have been bigger.
What do you mean looked at in the same sense of Lil Nas?
So, how y'all, tell me if I'm wrong, are saying that Lil Nas X isn't deemed as authentic to y'all because of the follow-up, correct?
Well,
I'm not saying like 100%.
First of all,
not
my
authentic, but
my
just-
point was that Roddy Ricch's song might have been the most authentic.
Yeah.
And I'm arguing yes that Lil Nas is. I'm trying to argue that he's less.
Yeah.
Authentic.
I was
Not that
saying
he's
less.
not authentic at all.
Yeah, not like no, that man ain't real, man.
Like someone just like
I'm just
went in
saying,
there and
like,
just like gave him
there's
a
a
whole
couple more
artist.
puppet
But
masters
what
in that.
deems that, and the reason why, and if I'm not mistaken, you're saying the follow up, right?
Yeah.
So
the whole like bodies of work.
Okay, so follow me. If Tyler the Creator made more Igors before he dropped Igor, y'all telling me that would have more success and been more authentic?
Been more authentic.
Yeah, would that have been more authentic? Because to y'all's definition, that's not authentic. But that's not who Tyler the Creator is. And to me, y'all are able to say that because of his branding and knowing him. Y'all don't know anything about Lil Nas X. Y'all just knew he popped and made a diamond song. So now he loses face value and the authenticity for going diamond. Excuse me, for going diamond. That's what I think y'all are saying right now.
Not for going diamond, but just for. I just feel like it's different because he made that one song, right? And then the EP with that song on it, it doesn't even sound like that song really fits on that EP.
Okay, that's
And I feel like the songs that he's making after it, and that's the thing. Like I don't feel like he's doing like a whole bunch of different genre things like you think he's doing. I think he's kind of like reaching out a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like it's still fitting into a certain space of whatever music he's trying to do now.
Yeah.
I feel like basically what I'm saying, I feel like Old Town Road was a setup to do this other stuff that he wanted to do. That's what I'm kind of getting
I don't know
at.
if I just kept up with the story or we're just taking two different angles on it. I feel like the kid was reaching with a song that was supposed to be funny and it blew up. And what is he doing? Following the formula that he set up. Let me make more fun shit that just sounds like it shouldn't be made. That's it. It's like Little B. Like I feel like just because Old Town Road went so big, now it's not authentic. Take it away. Let's say Old Town Road didn't go diamond and he continued to make songs like this, and one of his older songs blew up. Y'all wouldn't be saying this no more. That's what I'm saying. Take away the song being as big as it did, y'all wouldn't be saying. I don't think it's fair.
Given everything that I'm about to say, everything that I'm saying, period, it's just my theory and my speculation.
His
And my
opinions
theory,
only.
my speculation is, like you said, it was authentic. This kid didn't try to make a diamond song. He just had some fun.
Okay, so thank you. All right, we're done now. All right, I'm done with my-
he just tried to make us a
done with my
fun
point.
song. Damn, made a hit. Beautiful. You successful. You can bless your family. Amazing. Oh my God, another successful artist
Yeah.
of a minority.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing. Label. Damn, bro, this kid just made us a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, let's like put him around some big songwriters and just create something some more. Like, let's just fucking milk this cow for his money. That's all I'm saying. But again, this is my
You're
speculation
saying
and my
post
theory.
him, correct?
And
Post that
post,
song. Okay.
post.
Before I
Follow
say
up.
anything, go ahead.
And what I was also kind of saying is I just remember when there was this whole big thing about trying to get him on the country charts. Country. And now I just feel like that's not even a part of the conversation anymore.
Yeah.
When that seemed, at least from the outside looking in, maybe this could have been a label thing that was like making it seem like that. But it seemed like him being country was like a really huge, important thing to his whole career. Like that's what he wanted to do.
See,
Wearing a cowboy hat.
this
definitely.
is why I'm like I don't think y'all care enough about him, and the argument's gonna keep going in circles. Well, look who he looks up to. He looks up to people that go through phases of. He loves Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was a Barbie at one point, was this at that point, and he's doing the same thing. He dresses like a rock star now. What is wrong with that? Can y'all answer me? And when they told him no to being on the top of the country charts because he was black,
Yeah.
what was the problem with that? I just said it.
I mean, personally, I still don't think it was a country song, but that's just me.
But what deemed it not? That's a whole different topic.
Yeah,
Okay, we're not getting into that. But that was the reason why the song really, really blew up. What deemed the song not country?
Not country.
I'm not asking you, Benji.
Oh, okay, I was about to get into it.
no, I'm not asking you.
Gotcha.
But and so
Say that for another.
yeah, so that's what all I'm saying is like I get there may be some jabs you can take at him from when the industry took him in, but if you're looking at him for his music alone, I feel like he's still that song was made before any industry. You feel me? Any music or any execs
was.
got into the picture.
Okay.
Would he have been still making this type of music? That's up for debate. But would he have still been this funny person that's taking on all these different personalities? Yes, that's why he had several meme accounts. Like I feel like his music is still him. And to the songwriters, if they're songwriters, they need to do a better job because no one's dropping the dick and gay lines writing that for him. Okay, that is to me that's genuinely him, and he's doing him.
On another note, outside of that song being super gay, that should sound hard.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but I feel like it's really hard to say like the label is juicing him when he came out like to the people of his sexuality on Twitter. He's doing things his way. I just feel like you could tell to me when a label is doing things, because it's a lot more theatrical. You know what I mean? Like,
And it looks
and
theatrical.
it was like
as
not
fuck.
to me. I had a discussion with somebody. I was like, yo, if the label had any type of pull on how he wants to announce who he really is or what he really, his intentions are and stuff like that, it wouldn't have came out on Twitter. It would have been maybe an interview. I think it would have been done before, maybe possibly even after album. I won't even say before. Just, you know what I mean? Just some buzz to keep him rolling. I don't know. We can never really know. This is just all our theories and shit. I feel like
because I mean, even on my theory, I feel like there was a little bit of a rollout with that.
nothing came after that.
So that video didn't drop that same day when he was like, "Hey, I'm announcing that I'm gay," and then I dropped this visual.
Nah, that
You don't remember the little animated thing? You don't remember that? It was like an animated video. And he was
You
just
talking
like,
about the Young Thug thingy?
no, not the Young Thug thing. No, when he was just like, he had tweeted.
Oh no, yeah, he made a video for that. That's all that was. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you can look it up. Nothing came with his music career for it. He tweeted a video with saying that he was what he was of his sexuality.
Yeah.
It was no like music attached to it. If anything, I think they played it. If the label was involved,
Yeah.
they played it safe by announcing it so late because so many people was like, "Oh my god, is that what he means by Old Town Road? Like, is that something gay or whatever?" You feel me? And I was just like, people are really like, bro, that was made the news. Like, that made CNN and shit. Like, that's fucking weird.
What did?
Like the whole him being gay.
Oh.
Like, what is Old Town Road really? I mean, not saying CNN covered that specific part, but like
Yeah.
people was actually thinking like, yo, this rapper came out, which was such a shocker for some reason. I don't know why. Like,
Is Old Town Road gay though? Like,
I'm gonna take my to the Old Town. Yeah, I mean,
Hey man,
I
I
don't
speaking
really-
to somebody that didn't really listen to the song.
I don't really.
right. I understand. I get it.
Nah,
I kind of see it.
I don't get it. The song's
little,
fire.
A little bit.
No, the song is fire.
I didn't.
I mean,
like
it's still a
it.
fire
I'll
song.
take mine to the Old Town Road any day.
It was coached. It was catchy as fuck, but it wasn't like enough for me to like keep constantly playing.
You're tweaking. What my boy?
Nah.
Damn, what's my little white boy name?
White boy.
My little white boy that came on and yodeled that bitch, motherfucker.
Damn.
That nigga was tweaking, bro. That nigga.
I
was-
forgot.
That nigga went crazy.
That shit was
I
crazy.
don't know why I'm thinking Blake. That's probably not.
No,
his
it's like
name.
my no.
That's
Miles.
racist.
No, that's not.
That's racist. That's racist. Yeah, nigga's name is not
Sowie.
Blake. Nigga's name is not Blake. It might
not
be
Blake.
Blake.
It's
It
not
might
like
be
No, it's
Blake.
not. No, it's not. It's like I know it. It's
like
not that.
Miles
No,
or
it's
some
not.
shit.
Bro, go ahead, look it up. We're gonna turn this into the Lil Nas X talk.
There was something I wanted
Mason.
to get back to about
Mason.
I knew it was a little
yeah.
That's
Mason.
the
Ramsey.
Walmart singing kid.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There was something I wanted to get back to earlier when we was talking about like artists and expectations and things like that.
Mhm.
Personally, and for some reason, I think Luke kind of maybe is in the same ballpark of why I think this, but because you and I like are like actually like we record music and we like are together one to one with an artist. We're so like as we grow older, especially doing this music thing, it's like other artists doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like we don't care. Like it's not that we don't care, but it's like the mystery isn't there no more because
Yeah.
we know like how it works.
I feel like that's kind of what Mars was saying too.
Yeah.
Like our arguments. I feel like if you're an average listener of music, you might care for these arguments that we're talking about right now, but you
Yeah.
might not fully understand because it's like you might have a total different opinion, but we're saying like more than than what we're saying in a way. But I don't know. I feel like it takes the fun out of it. But to Mars's point, bringing it even back to the box, when a song like that you know still fits the mold of Roddy Ricch blows is like that's hard. You feel me? Like that's hard, and that's why I go so hard.
It's an
for
underdog
SZA.
story. It's a come up story type of thing.
Yeah, that's why I go so hard for SZA because I'm like, to me, for some reason, pre-Control, there was like arguments of saying that she wasn't that good, that she can't really sing, that she
Yeah, I
shouldn't
remember-
even
I
like she
remember
shouldn't even
hearing
come back
that.
to music.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm just like, whoa. To me, I'm like, yo, music is moving in her direction right now. You know, just it needs to drop ASAP. I agreed with that point, but yeah, I get what you're saying, and that's why with the topic that we have at hand, I'm like, damn, I haven't looked forward to an artist in so long. Like, not saying I don't care about music, I still care about music clearly because Mars is
It's
a
like
DJ.
we know the ins and outs of
And
them
that's
now.
and that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
unfortunate
yeah.
to not be looking forward to music and looking forward to artists dropping, like not even like your favorite artist.
I honestly like where music is at because I feel like before, I want to say like roughly 2016 to 2015, it was like, would you be disrespectful to call Lil Uzi not a real artist? You would have been. You'd be like, why isn't Uzi not a real artist? He has great mixtapes. You know what I mean? But I feel like now, no, those boundaries are set. Like, you know who falls into your B, A's, and C's. So to me, I think if anything, I don't think it's disappointing. It's just more like, do we need more A's That's really it. I think there's a discussion, or maybe we didn't make the sheet to it, but there's just a lot of C's out there right now. We don't care because we are in the music industry a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of C's.
There's a lot. I'm not saying no names, but there's a lot of C's. What the fuck?
I'm trying to see who you're calling C's.
This nigga just don't want us to snitch and shit.
I mean, shit, I would.
I need to
understand.
I need to understand. No,
agree.
that's important though. Like I need to understand what you're calling C's.
Okay,
or like
I don't like NBA YoungBoy for several reasons. But there's times where I hear someone singing along, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's catchy. He's
a C.
He's definitely a C.
Okay.
And there's not a C-list celebrity. I want to make that the case because that's a whole different argument. I'm just saying like a C artist. Like, it's like.
I don't know, man. I think he's like a B.
What the fuck?
No,
hold on.
Not a B as in like
hold on.
Or like
can we
like him?
Can we define it a little bit?
No, give me. Yeah, I want to define it. Give me your A, B, and C. Maybe I can like track that better.
What's your A artist? Go.
Of course, like the Kendricks and Drakes. And
No. See, I don't consider them in this no more. Like I'm talking about right now. Like
I don't know. I still do. I'm sorry.
I can't.
I look at
what's your A?
As somebody that's
my
more attention.
My A is Roddy. My B would be.
Roddy. I can see Roddy.
I might have to go to my phone for this B, but
He's trying to get someone who's like active.
Like today, like we
know,
care about of today's
like,
music. Like okay, like my A's will be Roddy Ricch, Young Thug. My B's might be like I gotta say Baby. I just don't want to give him A quite yet.
What about Dub Baby?
That's low B's, and the reason why I'm saying low B's is because he was in that period of time where he was giving popcorn music. Like I'm dropping. So it kind of gave me too much.
So you're also rating it off of I feel like the quality of music,
and that's why I give it the A, B, and C because
I'm giving it. I'm not rating quality music is so subjective. I'm saying attention. Like I'm talking about the numbers they get. The views.
No. That's not going to. I can't. If that's the case, the order will have to definitely.
Yeah, that's why I said YoungBoy B because he's definitely like.
Yeah, he's doing numbers. Yeah, he's doing numbers. Yeah,
YouTube numbers are freaking crazy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about quality music. That's to me is a little too subjective. But in the A's like thugs. You got your thugs. You got your Roddies. What about Future? Future still in the A?
I've never considered him A. So.
Oh shit.
I feel like Future is. For me, Future has always been a B. He's never been an A.
And to your argument or to your definition, he can't be an A and be up there with the Drakes and shit. Like what the fuck?
I mean, shit, bro. To a
Future
degree.
is not selling Drake. Nowhere near Drake numbers. Come on, bro. You're
no,
bugging.
no, for real, for sure. No. But,
so how can you put him in there?
But again, it all goes to like what do you take? Like what do you like? What
taking account
what are you rating them off of? Like
you said numbers.
Yeah, but you can also rate influence.
What the fuck?
Future got influence, bro. He do.
I'm not really trying to talk too much on this topic. Honestly.
I'm just saying. That's just me. Hold on, quick question. Roddy's favorite rapper is Future.
Future and Young Thug to be exact.
All right.
I mean,
I didn't think you knew that part.
You was trying to give a false narrative.
No, you got to give half the story.
I didn't think he knew.
Nigga tried to fake the fuck.
No, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah. And that's what I was about to say. Those two go hand in hand because of how they use their voice. Definitely,
sure.
Most definitely. I will give Future his credit on how he uses his voice. But to me, I think he's at the point now where it's like literally, I'm going to use my influence to keep up relevance. And that's what I don't like. And what I mean by that, like, Juice WRLD love Future. Mm-hmm. They made
a lot of these niggas love Future.
Yeah, off of his influence. But you don't see Young Thug working with every new act because they love Young Thug. That's where I lose the okay, you know that your pure talent alone might not be enough to keep it going. Let me work with these new let me make some bread. Bro, Young Thug, don't worry, he works with a lot of fucking people. But chances are they all are some way tied or signed to him.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, and don't get me, I think in the past 3 years he's been really going outside his realm with the pop and working with other different artists.
You talking about Thug?
Yeah. But I feel like he's in no way, shape, or form just gonna just do a collab tape with anybody. Like, no way. No fucking way. He would do a fucking collab tape with an unknown YSL artist before he does it with a pop artist. On God. And I don't think that's the same for Future. And that's where I start losing like the artistry respect of my A, B, and C's.
Future is older. Future's older also.
What I gotta do with anything?
Yeah, his mindset is more so like,
I don't know where you're going with that.
Bit of bread and
I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't know where he's going with that either. Like,
I feel like he about to like he's on his later part of his career.
That's sad because Future doesn't have a big ass album. Name a huge album that.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I can't say huge. Well, what do you mean by huge?
His biggest project was the shit with Gucci flip flops on it.
DS2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his biggest project. And
that
that was
but
how many years ago was that?
And
that
that
was
was
2015.
and that was before streaming was like going crazy. So that just lets you know.
But I don't know.
I
bro.
think Noah
and
by
the,
no
and
by,
the way the reason why it's worse is because he drops so much
and that's
albums,
and that's
so
why,
much music.
And that's why I'm saying like the popcorn.
You
effect,
can't even
like,
remember
Yeah.
half the songs off a Future album.
On God, if
dude.
I had a chance to meet Future, I
That is
would,
old shit.
Name me
That is
5
new
songs
shit,
off
my
his
bad.
last album.
Huh?
Name me 5 songs off his last album.
Oh no. That's what I said on his old shit. I said his old shit.
Oh no.
No. I said his old shit. I
What?
remember
Hold on,
his
hold
new
on,
shit,
hold
no.
on. What's the name of his last album?
Future.
Yo, not trying
Exactly.
to. I'm not trying to disrespect this man in any way, but
it's all Future.
I would
It's
love to
something
talk to
about-
him.
Freeband Gang, yes, sir.
I would love to talk to him because I feel like,
Yeah.
or whoever is in his team, because I feel like there's things he does musically that we don't know. I feel like he probably does more numbers than we actually know. I would not be surprised by that. I don't think he's one of those artists that his numbers will ever truly reflect in that first week, in that first month. I know a lot of diehard Future fans that
lot.
listens to Future a lot.
A
So
lot.
I think his numbers are fairly well, but it just not. We don't keep up enough. You know, we only keep up with first week numbers, first days, and you know what I mean, shit like
Yeah.
that. So like, I'm not too sure. And when he does do crazy numbers, it's a collab or it's Drake or it's Thug. So that's how I deem him. I'm not a Future fan to know.
I think
like,
in the same way we don't really like understand how Young Boy is so big. I feel like it's the same kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know, with Future,
is.
It is.
it's one of those. I guess I don't know how to call it, a street thing. I don't
No,
know.
no,
Like I
it's-
don't get it.
To me, Future, I get the Future appeal.
Yeah.
When Future broke out of Atlanta, that was his best thing. To me, like, Future's appeal was like this raspy, loud voice that has always turned. To me, I know y'all may not like this comparison, but he was the streets. He was the Travis Scott of the streets, essentially. Like, I think that's a fair comparison of his earlier career. And that's why, to me, his concerts were so crazy. Were always so packed. And when he started actually yelling, niggas was like, oh, nah. Like, this nigga done took it to a whole new level. You feel me? But to me, like you just said, DS2, that era, he's never topped it or even came close.
He's not.
Like, ever
Personally.
came close. But he also played with his voice more. So then, to me, with the Young Thug and the Atlanta being behind him, he just, like, you cannot say Atlanta and not bring up Young Thug in Future. There's just no way.
Yeah, you
That's a
can't.
disrespect. So
Yeah.
it's like, now you'll say Young Thug Future, you might bring up your oldies, but you're definitely saying Young Thug Future and you're going down to your little babies. You feel me? So he just has, like you trying to say, that street respect, and he's been doing it so long around the right people.
Yeah.
Like, Young Thug and Future go way back.
Yeah.
Like, way, you feel me? So it's like, he's just been around the right people. And this is no disrespect to his music because it's still fire. I just don't think it's up to par with who you would want to compare him to. And y'all might say this is a reach, but I think he's the Big Sean of his group. That's just me.
I guess.
We got to get into that Big Sean discussion another day, though.
Yeah.
But I can't agree with that, but we'll get into that another time.
You was about to make a point. You had raised your hand like you was in
Oh,
school.
what was about? I know. Yeah, I was about
You
to say
probably
something.
done forgot it by now.
It was something about futures. I was like this.
Yeah.
I forgot. It was. I don't. It might have not been too big, but let me see if I can remember it.
You're not gonna remember it. That's
Future Thug. Nah, I don't remember.
I think you was saying something about
Oh yeah, no. But what I was just gonna say was, yeah, like you said, you know how we don't know why YoungBoy's so big. Yeah. We like, damn, we don't know why YoungBoy's so big. To a lot of people, DS2 is like huge. It may not be to you, may not be to you. It's a little bit like big to me, but it's not like it's. I know people that's like religiously like DS2 is that shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
For real, especially to like a certain type of artist that I've like, well, certain type of like artist or rapper that I've worked with. I'm talking about scammers.
But even
Yeah.
that's different though, because DS2 is like an old project, and people with different from Young Boy is what I'm saying, because people are still every time Young Boy drops something new, it's huge.
Yeah.
For his fan base.
To me, that's why I say I don't like Young Boy. There's obvious reasons why I don't, but he is genuinely talented.
Yeah.
Like, to me, he's a street nigga, keeping it street. His lifestyle is street.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say dumb or give it any other titles. It's street.
Yeah.
It's just full blown authenticity, 24/7.
Yeah.
From the time he's in front of you, the time he's not in front of you, and if
Yeah.
he's making the news, it's for the same street reasons.
Yeah.
I see the appeal.
It's pretty talented.
Like,
No, not even being sarcastic. That is to uphold that image for so long.
I
Yeah.
get what I don't think it's an image. It's him.
Well,
It is him. It's
but,
not. There's
not
no
grow
image.
up yet.
Yeah.
That's not a picture. That's
And-
real life.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why people like him. It's not the fact that he's like less talented when it comes to his music. He has some singy bops in there. He can rap to you, telling you what you want to hear. So it's like
The nigga hold a melody. Like he'll hold
yeah.
for that category of music. He'll hold a melody.
Yeah.
Like we might not really like it because it's just it's the same reason why I kind of
cater
don't.
to a certain demographic.
Yeah, I guess so.
and to me, the main reason why I don't like it, and I feel like Future got out of this box, and which I really like. You know when it's a young boy song. That's it. Like from the moment you hear that beat and even that ad lib, like it's like you know exactly how he's gonna sound. I don't know why he hasn't gotten the same comparison as the baby. At least that's to me. I think he sounds the exact same.
I was really just about to say that. Like the kind of way that I feel about Young Boy is kind of how I felt about the baby, because it's when he first came out, I was just like, okay, cool, this is hard. Like I like these songs, but at the same time, with Young Boy when he first came out, I was just like, I just had like less of it was less of an impact on me,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean-
but it still kind of fell off the same kind of way. Like I don't ever really want to hear a new DaBaby song now. I don't listen to his new
Real
albums
quick,
now.
my thing is, I feel like the people that Young Boy's music
I was about
does
to say.
impact,
There you go.
they don't care.
That's-
Like they
that's-
like that
that's
shit.
literally it.
They literally love that shit.
The expectation of the
Yeah.
baby, his blow up song was
Yeah.
a good song.
Yeah, so like
Like, it's
majority of his fans is not just one demographic.
Yeah,
It's
it's not.
multi demographic.
Exactly.
So those certain demographics is gonna be like,
Yeah.
all right, bro, your shit sounded the same. Like, yeah.
And to me personally, I don't care what nobody say. Between him, J. Cole, I give it to Kendrick. The baby J. Cole and Kendrick have the most locked in flows I've ever heard in my life. And I don't mean like there's plenty of people that can spit. Big Sean can spit. Kanye can spit. We can go on forever. But
about
what I mean,
Drake?
but what I mean,
I just play. I'm like,
what I mean by locked in flows is they can sound the exact same on any fucking beat. Give it to
Yeah,
him.
I know
And
what you mean.
it's gonna sound good. I don't
know
care
what
what
you
nobody says. I give the baby the respect for that,
know
bro.
what you mean.
Like when he hopped in on fucking Ye's last track and kept the same flow, I was like, yo, this nigga's going crazy.
Yeah.
The baby does that better than any of them niggas. Better than Kendrick. Better than Cole.
I don't know about Kendrick. Kendrick does that
No,
voice
but see-
ad lib playing thing. It's just too hard for me, honestly.
But Kendrick will switch his flow in like in a good way. That's not saying that's bad, but I'm just saying the baby will keep that same. Like,
No, yeah.
the fucking Scooby Doo flow.
Yeah, he'll keep the same
Like,
flow.
he'll
Like
keep that same shit.
He finds the way he raps is already a pocket. So it's not about making the pocket in the beat. It's just about finding it. Like that's all it is. Like you know how most rappers like they might do like a little singy part before they start rapping, so they can get into that groove. No, the baby's hopping in, rapping. Like
It's like
the exact
let's
same.
go, and then he's right
Like,
there.
'cause his flow is a pocket, and the reason why I like his last little verse he did with Kanye was because the same reason I like Kendrick's. I love when artists can keep their same flows, but it's interesting because they're playing back and forth with their ad libs. Like if they're talking in the back and then they rap off of talking in the back.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick does it a lot. Like he'll whisper something and then rap off of that, like he just said. You know what I mean? Like it's just playing with, make it still interesting. I like it. I think the baby has a lot of room to grow. I think the stigma that he's getting is terrible because he's made popcorn-ish music in between his huge
Yeah.
albums.
Yeah.
But he's gonna sell well. And I think
Yeah, he's always gonna sell well.
I think he's gonna still be a good artist. I think he's gonna be up there, like very, very soon. Honestly, I think he's gonna be up there.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You think he was an accident?
Him blowing up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Accident
Honestly.
how?
I think he was.
Accident how though?
Because I was there, like literally, I was physically there in the video
there.
that kind of started, and then what followed up was like definitely an accident. So the
Um,
first, all right, I'm just saying,
Go ahead.
me, video shoot, thugs. People kind of knew who he was. He was Baby Jesus. It's like, damn, Baby Jesus in the hood. All right, a few weeks later, maybe a month later, he killed somebody in Walmart. That's an accident.
Just,
And then that,
see,
like,
that-
that,
that's
like,
where I thought
that-
you were going with this
that,
argument.
like,
Nah.
Huge. I'm talking about that. That
What?
went huge attention.
How is that an accident? Like what?
No,
Things
that's
things-
literally an accident.
Think,
though.
no, it was not. He pulled his gun out and killed that man. That was not an accident.
No, I know what I'm saying, but like,
The-
I
the-
know, like,
how
the-
it happened, I guess,
the,
is an
the,
accident.
The occasion is an accident.
Well, that's like saying when Kid Cudi met Kanye at the Bape Store. That was an accident. He made a whole career out of
Yeah.
it.
Sometimes accidents are.
I feel like that's a
amazing.
lot of people. Then.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah, that
That was horrible.
I was just asking. I mean, no. What I mean by that is
mean-
like, yeah.
I thought you meant that
Put it-
song.
I put it like this: like he could have easily just been like another North Carolina artist that like they never.
So
took
the
it off.
only
See,
the only reason I disagree with that was
yeah, I
because
disagree
people
too.
were saying like I didn't go to his what's the shit called South by Southwest, but people were saying that he
Oh, yeah.
was the
No.
king of South by Southwest for like 2 years. Like people
Yeah.
were only coming for him essentially.
all the antics. He was doing that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
no,
doing.
was-
no,
he
I
was
know that,
always
yeah.
doing that.
But it was
And then-
it was so like I followed up with it back then.
Mm-hmm.
He was so like in a pocket that was just never gonna break until something like really like grab the attention of like.
Oh, so you're saying the way he was rapping wasn't gonna pop?
Yeah, like because there's a lot of artists like that, like a lot, like Fat. Trust me, Fat listens to a lot of them, but it's just like when you get the attention of like a certain crowd, and that's what happened when you get on certain platforms and they heard you kill somebody or they heard you actually beating people up in the mall, or you get. It's like, oh my God, let me like this rapper because he's really real.
To me, I get your angle on this. I think it downplays the baby in a way. I think all it showed was that he needed a light. That's it. He didn't change. Damn sure his music did not change. So all it showed was that he needed a light.
Everybody needs a light.
No, it's not. No, it's not true. Why are you agreeing with that?
Wait,
not every artist. Not every artist needs a light. No.
Some artists need a light.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, what you mean they don't need a light? Who doesn't need a light?
There's some people that can stay as small as they are. I think we can only. I can name some, but I don't want to. But there's some artists that just need to stay where they're at. They don't need to be huge.
Oh, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. I was thinking of it way more like positive. Like
no.
Everybody who deserves a light needs a light.
I know that's what you're getting at, but I don't think that's what he
get you
said.
out of your poverty.
Nah, I think the baby definitely is fire. I think
The baby is the only nigga who can have his verse go straight into his hook, go straight back into his verse, and not miss a beat.
I think honestly he just needs to be like a feature god. I feel like music is missing that in a weird way, but like 2 Chainz was the last feature god. I think Travis Scott was honestly in that realm too for like a year or two.
There aren't any more like feature gods because so many niggas do so many features nowadays. So, like there's no way to. They're all doing the same.
At one point.
I feel like they want Baby to be that. Lil Baby, not the Baby.
Yeah, Lil Baby.
The only reason I don't say Roddy's because like he could have been. I agree.
Yeah.
Post the box, most definitely.
yeah.
He could have easily been.
He could have easily went in that lane.
But then like to my point that you piggybacked off of, they would defeat the purpose of the name of the album. So
yeah.
I don't know. I would like to see like another feature heavy, like because every time 2 Chainz was on a song, it was like.
Well, yeah, that was like 2013, right? Like 2013, 2012.
And like you kind of, I think you just said it. Travis had his year too,
Yeah.
where it was like every Travis feature, we're going to hear that song.
Yeah.
And it was like
It's not,
super
you're
impactful.
definitely right. I think you're definitely right because now it's like there's several features you probably want to go to on an album.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're choosing all of them, and they're all doing it. Like every, I won't say every album, but most of these like big major label albums have the Baby, Lil Baby, and then
Lil Baby specifically,
and then Future or Thug interchangeably.
No,
they're on that album.
He's speaking. Every major album has Gunna, Little Baby, or Da Baby, and then from there it just breaks down the other YSL affiliates. On God, I don't care what nobody says.
YSL is on every album.
Like
YSL is on every album.
Or YSL itself is on almost.
We gonna get into that next episode. YSL is on every album.
If that album's a bop, you need a YSL artist. That's all I gotta say.
Disagree.
I don't really.
Nigga told him to disagree.
Disagree.
Like YSL.
Disagree.
Whoa.
I don't disagree. I don't. If it put it like this, I see their name on it. I don't listen to it, so I can't disagree.
There's no way you're
All
not listening
right.
to Young Thug.
I'm taking the headphones off on that one.
There's no way you're not listening to Spider himself. What the fuck is wrong with
You are nuts.
I'm not really.
You are nuts. You are really tripping.
What?
Yeah.
But you're a future.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, we're in this episode here. You're gonna hate.
He's dope though. I'll always say that.
This nigga's gonna hate our next episode. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, listening. If you're listening on DSPs, wherever the fuck this shit is playing at. Yeah. Comment, like, follow, subscribe, whatever they say on YouTube. You got a YouTube? You say it.
Bugging.
Say it.
Comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Yeah.
Perfect. This is the Too Many Ideas podcast. We are out of here.
Yep.